Bonjour. January always draws me gently back to the heart of the house. After the fullness of the holidays, I feel a quiet desire to care for what surrounds me, to tend to the familiar rooms, the objects we live with every day, and the rhythm of home itself. This is the time of year when I like to deep clean, not as a reset or a reinvention, but simply as a way of honoring what we already have. There is comfort in taking care of things that have served us well. Washing, polishing, opening windows wide even in the cold, letting light return to spaces that may have felt a little fuller in December. These simple gestures help me slow down and reconnect with the place where our days unfold. I find that when the house feels cared for, it gently supports everything else. Routines, projects, moments of rest. It's not about perfection, only about attention, about choosing to be present with the space that holds us. You may remember this antique tapestry I shared in a previous video. Over the past few weeks, it has slowly come back to life through many hours of patient work and countless tiny stitches. This type of tapestry is called a verdure, a scene composed mostly of foliage and landscape, with distant architecture and no characters, inviting the eye to wander quietly. I won't pretend. Hanging it was almost a small ordeal. The piece is incredibly heavy, so I added a fabric sleeve to the back to hold a wooden support, then secured it to the wall with screws. Lifting and aligning everything took a bit of determination and a few sore muscles, but once it was finally in place, the effort felt entirely worth it. The verdure brings the bedroom together beautifully, opening a window onto an imagined world from centuries ago, calm and timeless. T'es bien là, ce petit fauteuil, il est pas mal pour toi, hein? Oh, c'est bien ça. Ça, c'est bien, Athéna. You may also remember that our fireplace in the lounge has been undergoing renovations. We had hoped for a firelit Christmas, but it wasn't quite ready in time. Still, we carried on, and now we finally get to enjoy evenings by the fire. Restoring the chimney has been something we dreamt of for a long time. We love open fireplaces, the warmth they bring, the sound of wood crackling, and the atmosphere they create when the house is properly insulated. We are now in the final stages. I have painted the undercoat on the mantel, which had to be fully rebuilt, and soon it will be plastered and painted. It feels good to see this project nearing completion, slowly returning character and warmth to the room. I was asked a few times about these silvery bowls and what they were, what their meaning was. They are often mistaken for Christmas baubles, but they've got nothing to do with Christmas. They have actually everything to do with marriage proposal. So back in the late 18th to 19th century, there was a folk tradition around marriage proposal in certain regions of Western France only. And it was very much in rural households. So basically, when a young man wanted to marry a young woman, the father's approval was essential. Therefore, he would go to the daughter's father with a boule de pardon, which literally means ball of forgiveness, to ask for the daughter's hand, and if the father approved, he would hang the boule de pardon in the living room near the big chimney, and if he refused, he just returned the ball. It's a very sweet, poetic custom, and it's made of verre églomisé, which is mouth-blown glass with a layer of gilding inside. The most common ones are silver, but you can also find some gold. I've got a blue one at my mother's house in Brittany, and I've recently seen some red ones. This one I've found recently at Brocante Pascal, if you remember his place. And I really like the meaning that they hold. I think the fact, that spherical shape, it means unity, continuity, infinity. So it's very meaningful. And I also find them very decorative. And another thing is the size. So they come in all sizes, small to very large. And the size was a way to show status, basically. So there you go. This is the story behind Boule de Pardon. It's quite a niche little custom, if you will, only in certain rural regions of Western France, so Brittany, Aquitaine where we are, Vendée, and that's pretty much it. So they are pretty hard to come by. They're quite rare. And yeah, that's their story. Another ritual I enjoy at the beginning of the year is gathering all the silverware in the house for a thorough clean. Many of these pieces come out during winter and the festive season, and I like taking a moment to care for them before they are put away again. It's a quiet task, one that doesn't ask much except patience. I usually put on a podcast or an audiobook and let the time pass gently, enjoying the transformation as each piece regains its soft glow. These small winter rituals help me ease into the year with intention and calm, finding beauty in care, patience, and the familiar. Thank you for spending this moment with me, and I'll see you very soon. À bientôt.